This is Doug with Triple M, and I'm with Married Men Monday. And today is a good topic. First of all, I want to say Happy New Year to all the couples, all the husbands out there as well. Happy New Year, and we're looking forward to God doing something tremendous this year. And so today we're going to talk about money. Money, 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 money. You know that song, right? So we're going to talk about that. This subject stems from the topic that date night is given. It's called Money Matters, and I also want to give you a subtitle, which is Don't Run Up the Tab. And so we're going to look at this a little bit closer. We're going to narrow it down. Okay, so now watch this. When money is involved between two people, sometimes money can get funny. And what we're doing is we're taking two different incomes, we're bringing together under one budget. And the reason why it gets funny is because the husband may have an aspect on what money is supposed to do, and then the wife has her own aspect on what money is supposed to do. But then it clashes like oil and water, and then you know that oil and water doesn't mix. Sometimes it could be a ticking time bomb based on the fact that nobody really knows what money is supposed to be doing. And what I mean, reason why I keep saying that is because we're supposed to assign our money where it's supposed to go. We're supposed to train our money, if I can use that, where it's supposed to go, because money is not our God. Money is a resource, but it's not our God. It's not a guidance. It's not influential. It's not that. What it is money is a resource to help us get things done. And a lot of times that gets infringed upon, trouble, mindsets, um, family issues, all kinds of things. And what we want to do is look at it from a closer standpoint to where, hey, money's not our God. It's not going to control the way I think. It's not going to control the way I react. It's not going to get me to turn against my spouse. What it's going to do is do what I tell it to do. Yeah, I said that. You're going to do you tell your money, you better do what I tell you to do. You know, it's just like talking to your kids. You know what? You need to listen. You need to do what I tell you to do. So tell your money what to do. You know, speak to your money. Say, hey, money, listen up here. You need to do what I told you to do. But the reason why I'm saying that is because money will run and you'll be trying to catch it because things happen. And what are you supposed to do about that? Especially when you have a family under you. What are you supposed to do about that? Here's one of the things that I would suggest to you. Look at the fact that money comes and goes. Trouble comes and goes too. But it usually affects you at the wrong time. Trouble is something else. You'll be doing fine, and then some hardship will happen and you lose all your money at one time. You'll lose a job. You'll be homeless. Uh, you'll get in a car wreck and have to pay all these bills to the hospital. It's a sketchy situation, and sometimes money will not stick around. So now this is the reason why I say, hey, money, I'm telling you what to do. You're not going to leave my house. You're going to stay there, and I'm going to use you where you're good at. You're going to pay the mortgage. You're going to pay the car notes. You're going to pay tithes. You're going to pay an offering. You're going to do what I tell you to do. But there's also the fact that we have to make sure that our spouses are aware of the same concept. If you're not talking to your spouse about money, then that's going to be a problem, and you're going to look like two football teams colliding on the same field. If you're not talking about that, then money is going to sneak between both of you all and leave the house, and then the car note's going to be due, the mortgage is going to be due, the light bill is going to be due, and then you're going to be looking at each other saying, why didn't you do this, and why did you do that, and why didn't you pay this, and why didn't we just sit down and do the budget? That way we both know the game plan before we got on the field. If that happens, I encourage you, as far as husbands go, to draw back, get some more knowledge, get some coaching, get some financial help to get an understanding of how you're supposed to spend your money. You come away from the subject of living from paycheck to paycheck, and I know, God bless some of us, including me, you we go through all these phases of life, losing jobs, losing loved ones that had to pay for funerals, and all kinds of things that interrupted our budget. But we have to prepare as best as we can. And then sometimes we just have to tell ourselves no. No, you can't buy those Jordans. No, you cannot buy those Jordans. They look good. Doug, they look really good. But I can't buy $200 Jordans. I just can't do it. Not right now, at least. So, if we take that standpoint and say, hey, listen, maybe we should just say no for right now, just so we can get ourselves back on our feet. Then we can revisit going to the store and getting us those Jordans. The other point to this is that if we make immature decisions as husbands, it can affect our wives negatively because she has her own idea of how money's supposed to be spent, but she's trying to forge it into our understanding, or together our understanding of how we're supposed to spend money. If you do something immature, it could affect her in the fact that if you spent your money on shoes instead of a electric bill, you're gonna have a problem. If you had some issue, just for example, you're a compulsive gambler, you would think that that particular hobby is more important than paying your mortgage. So you'll spend your mortgage money on gambling. Now, this is not to bash somebody who is going through that. What this means is that we need to understand what's more important and how it affects other people, especially your children, because now we're talking about the next generation. So husbands, if you're spending money that's out of control, you're not only just affecting you and your spouse, you're telling your children indirectly that, hey, it's okay to blow your money. You'll be all right. You'll get another check in another week or so. That's not the way to look at it, because what you're doing is that you're walking on a rickety bridge every week and saying, hey, kids, follow me on this rickety bridge. And they're looking at you like, no, I'm not walking over there. That's crazy. So, what are we supposed to do? I encourage you all to draw back and say, hey, listen, we need to stop doing this because it's going to cause a problem. And then not only that, if we don't have a clear understanding of what money does and how it's supposed to work, then we need to go back to school or go talk to someone of a financial guru, if you will, or go to a seminar and get a clear understanding of how we're supposed to spend our money. The other part of that is that a lot of times we get caught up in chasing the dollar, and then we work so much until we don't know what entertainment looks like. I suggest to you that entertainment is important as well, and you should fund it based on a mature level of thinking. But you should fund it because you need an outlet, and you should fund your outlet based on the fact that you've worked so hard. Sometimes you don't have any outlet besides sitting there watching TV, and I think you should have more things to do that entertains you, that gives you feedback, that gives you comfort, anything like that. And it should be sponsored by your paycheck to make you understand that entertainment does help you get invigorated, or it does help you to relax. Um, I really encourage that because You need an outlet. Everybody needs an outlet. Your spouse needs an outlet. So, let her go get her nails done. Let her buy a Coach purse, bless God. Let her go, you know, have a coffee at Starbucks or whatever, because you have to plan for those outlets. You have to. Because life is too short. You'll just be working for money and being, in this little box and saying, hey, I have to work, I have to make the money. And then you do nothing with your money. You get up to a point where you get yourself overworked, tired, and not wanting to do anything related to an outlet. So, if we look at that, then why are we having so much trouble with the fact that money is starting to look like God and not a resource? All right, so now I'm going to read you a scripture to help out with that. So let's look at that. And so that scripture is Proverbs 15:27. 15:27. Here we go. A greedy man brings trouble to his family, but he who hates bribes will live. When we talk about greed, it's usually referring to excessive desire for wealth or material possessions. And so, what does that mean? If we take in consideration that money is a resource and not a God, but we use the money incorrectly or we mess up, we're going to cause problems to our families. We have to think before we react. We have to be able to use the money as a resource to get our goals done, because I believe that God has given us some kind of goal this year, and we're going to reach it this year based on the fact that we have the drive, we have the determination, we have the will, we have the spirit of God with us to accomplish those goals, and God is going to give us the money to do it. We're going to do it this year. We're going to do it. So those pink slips, forget them. Those hardships is not going to stop you. Losing your job or that's not going to stop you. It's not going to stop you. God is going to provide a way to get you to where you need to go. And so you keep on running that pattern, running that play to your family, so you won't keep on thinking that your problems are going to overtake you. Or we use a ugly method, which is to outspin your problems. So here's this. If we know that we take in consideration that if we spend our money immaturely, it affects us, it affects our spouses, it affects our children, and it'll also affect the fact that you would need to help someone else get somewhere, then why are we spending money like this? We need to put it into a more basic perspective so we can understand it, and then make sure that we use our money correctly in a way where God is pleased with it. And also, be sure to take some money and set it aside and go on a date with your wife. That'll go a long way. Hey guys, that's all the time I've got. This is Doug with Triple M with Married Men Monday. Please subscribe, like, and share, and I'll see you